This is an island prison no one can escape, surrounded by the sea with hungry sharks. It would be extremely difficult to escape from here. But this man refused to accept it. He sticks the chewing gum from his mouth to the wall, then plugs in a wire and lights it up. Meanwhile, he smears a lot of unknown cream on his body. The gum explodes, attract all prison guards. He successfully escapes by jumping into the sea. But a lot of sharks is waiting for him in the sea. Can he survive out of this? A man named Arthur is a professional killer. He should be retired already, enjoying his life on the island with his girlfriend. But one day several boats of armies show up, with more than 40 guns pointing to him. His girlfriend is taken away. Arthur knows Riah sends them here. He wants to force him to get back to business. In order to save his girlfriend, Arthur goes to see Riah. Then being set up by sitting down on a bomb chair. Riah walks out. He wants Arthur to assassinate 3 people. It has to be disguised as an accidental death. He will let his girlfriend go after it's done. The first target is a warlord currently imprisoned. The cliffs in the prison are hundreds of meters high, surrounded with sharks. Except for the prison guards. Nobody can get close to the target at all. But not for Arthur. He opens a file. Found a criminal who looks a bit like himself, then draws the same tattoo on him accordingly. He takes out 2 pieces of gum, placing the C4 in the middle and pressing it tightly with the cup. After cutting with a knife, he packs it in gum wrappers. After he takes out a cigarette, inserting a wire and a GPS capsule. Finally, he squeezes the shark repellent into the hair wax box. Also makes himself a fake passport. Arthur disguises himself as a gangster, going out and deliberately provoking the police. The police checks the passport, finding Arthur is a fugitive felon. When checking his belongings, even though the inspectors carefully looks at each item. But who would have thought this gum is actually a bomb? Arthur successfully pauses and soon sees the target person. He is a warlord who bullies everyone everywhere. He always has bodyguards around him. One day the warlord is working out. A prisoner behind him wants to kill him. And Arthur is waiting for this. The prisoner takes action. But Arthur successfully saves the warlord by killing the prisoner. This gains him the trust of the warlord. The warlord invites Arthur to drink with him, wants to take him under his wing. Unexpectedly, after Arthur checks his bodyguard isn't around, he suffocates the warlord with a stick. The warlord died without making a noise. Arthur forces him with some water. Pretending he's dead from poison, the bodyguard outside feels something wrong. But Arthur tells them the boss is praying. So don't disturb him if you don't want to die. The warlord seems normal looking from outside. Arthur quickly reaches the prison wall and stuffs in chewing gum. Then plugs in the wire and ignite immediately. He takes off his clothes and applies shark repellent. With an explosion, a hole is blown out of the wall. Arthur runs and dives into the sea. The ship uses Arthur's GPS to rescue him. Arthur gets onto the ship, confirming his girlfriend's safety using video call before the next assassin. The second target is a rich man who sells ammunition. His only hobby is swimming on the top of skyscrapers. To make him to die accidentally, falling from high altitude is definitely the best choice. Arthur calculates his travel time, then gets a room below the swimming pool as a tenant. He secretly takes the picture of the key, figuring out an escape route, then using his experience to make a powerful bomb. When everything's set, Arthur enters the building after the rich man is out, opening the room with a replica key. He installs suction cups on the windows, then connecting it to the chain bracket. After removing the adhesive strip, the window easily opens. Arthur uses the gap between the window frame to climb up. Soon he arrives right below the swimming pool. The rich man comes back for swimming as scheduled. No one knows, Arthur is below moving like a monkey. After fixing the position, Arthur starts drilling the swimming glass. The rich man dives into the swimming pool as usual. Arthur has installed the expansion after adding chemical reagents. Only then does the man realize that there is someone down there, but it's too late. See you next life. Arthur walks out of the building calmly, finishing the second kill. Arthur still wants to video check with his girlfriend. His girlfriend cleverly makes him notice the yacht behind her. Despite being discovered, Arthur sees the yacht's number and locates where his girlfriend is. Arthur gets on a helicopter and flies over. But turns out the yacht is not in the port. Arthur knows they couldn't get far. After finding the target, Arthur jumps holding the diving device. Then he swims through the bottom of the yacht. Successfully boards the yacht. Kills many guards quietly. Soon Arthur is in the cabin, keep killing guards that in his way. His girlfriend is taken out, and he is discovered at the same time. More bodyguards come to fight and try to take down Arthur. He is eventually taken down. Riah warns him to kill the third person as planned. Otherwise, his girlfriend will be sent away and killed. Arthur can't hold back his anger. He can only vent his anger on his bodyguards. After fighting, Arthur jumps into the sea. Finding the propeller, he leaves thinking about another plan. When returning home, Arthur discovers that the last person Riah asks him to kill is his competitor. The target, Max, is hard to deal with. Living in the fortress, owning a private submarine, this assassination mission is nearly impossible. Although it's still doable for Arthur. But this time he is going to change his tactics. One shot wounds the guard at Max's base. Then Arthur immediately hides in the rescue helicopter. The helicopter quickly flies into the base. Arthur successfully sneaks in. He takes out the signal jammer, destroying the surveillance footage of the base. Then, taking advantage of the chaos, he enters the interior. Arthur enters the ventilation duct. Hearing the alarm, Max prepares to move to the safe house, when the elevator only goes down halfway. Arthur sends a grenade down. Max realizes the danger. He quickly hides in his secret room. As soon as he entered the house, Arthur is already waiting there for him. But Arthur doesn't take action. Arthur wants Max to cooperate with him. So they fakes their death after the explosion. Arthur carries Max in the sea and put him on the island. Then he informs Riah that Max is dead. He knows Riah will definitely identify Max's body personally. So Arthur returns and sets traps in advance at the submarine base, waiting for Riah's people to come to step into his trap. Guns triggered and start shooting wildly. Bombs are accidentally detonated. After the explosion, Arthur fires and explodes the grenade behind the door. The only man left wants to hide in the submarine. Out of expectation, Arthur throws a grenade right in. After killing all the people, Arthur drives the propeller at full speed to save his girlfriend. Riah also knows Arthur is coming. He put the girl on the stern of the boat as a lure, then monitoring outside through monitors. Guards are stabbed by Arthur one by one. Figuring out that nobody can stop Riah, he takes the hostage and runs away. Arthur is trying to chase down Riah and save his girl. But there is just more bodyguards stepped in the way. A guy sneak attacks Arthur. Then he uses his body to block the coming bullets. Riah drops the girl, then activates the bomb on the yacht. When Arthur finds his girlfriend, the bomb only has 3 minutes left. He puts his girlfriend into the escape pod. He then goes to find Riah for revenge. Riah is preparing to escape with a helicopter. Unexpectedly, Arthur comes so fast. After a wave of extreme gun battles, Arthur is pushed under a lifeboat. Riah takes the opportunity, but in turn, Riah is the one who gets beaten violently. Arthur uses a big iron chain to tie Riah up to the yacht. Let him feel the despair. Then runs away. His girlfriend is rescued. According to the police search, no one survived except her. The sad girlfriend has no choice but to return to Africa. On day, when she looks up, seeing a handsome bald man. Yes, Arthur is not dead. It turns out there's a diving cabin on the cruise ship. It's very solid on the outside. After discovering how Arthur escaped, Max chooses to delete the surveillance footage for his own favor. After all, nobody wants to become enemy to such a person. That's for today's movie, Mechanic Resurrection. Thanks for watching. See you next time.